It's LUNES, Macho Monday, and quite an epic one at that. And we know what you all might be talking about, which to an extent is probably rather important. Yes, Seth Rollins won the Men's Royal Rumble. Yes, Becky Lynch won the Women's Royal Rumble. Both very prominent. And big and shocking news, Nia Jax showing up in the Men's Royal Rumble and actually eating a few finishers. Kind of intense. But you know what was just as intense the night prior? The action going down at AAPW. And that's why I, Ian Torch, as always, about to give you the rundown on that. As well as soup up some of my wrestlers while I'm here, playing the Muscle Hustle. Gant here is ready for his promotion. What do we got for him? Let's get out of that. Let's see here. At Terry Ludden, he's still got something to do. Here we go. Let's go for the Houstopolis Championship. And while we're doing that, the opening of the match, the opening of the show, we had some interviews happening for AAPW with Trust Fund Incorporated, the new tag team champions, coming out first to talk a lot of smack about, being them new boys, getting the job done, with Benjamin Greenback making it to where he decided there'd be no tag shots that night. That his boys had the night off. However, Papadon made sure that they had singles competition happening that night. More on that later. The second interview being a very distraught Blue Blade coming out, bringing up that his pride has been hurt more than anything else. That he could almost give two craps about the title because none other than Christopher Black had been disrespecting him for several weeks now, going after his mask, going after his lineage, his heritage. The name of Lucha had been insulted by Christopher Black several times. Going for the mask, going for his face, trying to blind him. All of this was brought up. And you could tell that Latin fire, that Lucha Fury was probably going to come out in spades. With his impassioned speech of how he fully played double KO, yes. But Blue Blade had every intention of beating Christopher Black, and the message was loud and clear.
Everybody fired up.
Then the third interview that night being none other than Prince Adam with his new Cholo vibe, just amping the crowd up.
I can.
Bringing up that he had quite the interesting match the week prior with Manny Domingo, who's come back like a man half his age. The aggression he has is intense. And he certainly showed it after Prince Adam laid down an open challenge, saying he was ready to face anybody and definitely wanted his shot at the belt again. But little did Prince Adam know that Manny Domingo was waiting for him and jumped him mid-interview, going absolutely ape on him. And by doing so, severely injuring Prince Adam. Another double KO. But anyway, on to the first match of the night. Pluto Mars taking on Don Rodrigo, an individual who hasn't set foot in an AAPW ring in quite a while.
Amazing things in the ring.
Never really got to see the most recent Don Rodrigo, but I did pay attention to him when he was coming up. Everyone was like, oh, this guy, he's going to be the new thing. And he definitely showed it. when Pluto Mars pushed him and tested his skills, actually relying on his ancient collar to wear down Don Rodrigo as he battled constantly to try and get it around Rodrigo's neck.
That orbit is so perfect, you can use it for
However,
navigation.
Pluto did end up getting the job done.
This could be spectacular.
Landing that black hole drop
That one.
on Rodrigo and getting the job done.
Area wrestling tactics in a black and
What we
white.
never expected, though, what we never saw coming, was Titan returning to the ring and aggressively,
Fine example of chess-like suplex.
aggressively, and viciously chokeslamming both men. And just leaving them both completely lifeless for quite a while in the middle of the ring.
Machine right now.
I mean, we've got to find out more of what's going on.
That wrestler still
All Titans saying,
my heart. You win.
all right, cool, got the
This belt is gonna mean a lot
belt.
to these wrestlers, and I have a feeling they're going to come.
Yeah,
back for
Titan
more.
said all night long. That's all he said, was all night long. No one was really sure what that meant until the following match with Rob the Builder and Darkstar. Current tag champ versus former tag champ. And Rob was a whole nother kind of fighter that night. He was infuriated, staring daggers into Darkstar, who just absorbed them. And the fighting went back and forth. Rob actually trying to rely on some power game against Darkstar, which ended up being his downfall, his hubris. As while trying to body slam Darkstar, well, he ended up crossbodying himself when the big man went dead weight and crushed Rob underneath him for a 1-2-3. And just as he was getting up and getting his hand raised by Benjamin Greenback, holding on to that tag title like Gollum with the fucking ring, Titan's music hit yet again. He made his way to the ring, picked Rob up by the throat, off the mat, and then slammed him back down, getting even more height than he did the first time. Rob was left completely just decimated, his limp body being rolled out of the ring. I did what I could to assist and help him out, but it was almost, it was beyond impossible. Well, I've got the Hustopoulos title. That's nice. On to the following match, though. Ace Slidell taking on Dark Eagle. You want to talk rivalries?